First of all, do I look good? Is this a good look?
When Ash saw me, he said we'd be going on a nice trip away, but we've ended up coming to Portsmouth.
We're going to do some more physical training. Yes, my race up west. 20, 10 past 10. Go. Bruise it to sprint.
So we just got to camp and we've finished the warm-ups, I believe, and there've been some tough warm-ups, yeah.
What the army do is very intense, and it's just getting a little flavour of what they do, and even that was, I can't really explain, it's ridiculously hard. One stage I felt like I was just going to collapse.
You think it'd come a lot easier, but people panic kind of spreads every time we've got to do a task, but no, everyone's coming together really well, and I think we're going to have to going forward because I think they've got quite a lot in store for us.
Everyone happy?
Yes, stuff.
Oh, right, what do you know? If you all dress off on your section tents, we'll go through issuing your kit that's in your section tents. Go!
All of these are beds, lads. We've got 15 minutes to set them all up like that.
Just remember, if you win this, you get rid of the tyres, and that's how we'll go to the other team.
Yeah.
Okay? Every single time.
Everyone works it out.
Yeah, so you just... Have another look at the bag. Okay. You've got 5 minutes now. Right, fill up your water bottles. Okay, and then back on parade here, ready for the first lesson, which is going to be introduction to ration packs. All right, and we're going to go over, meet Sergeant Fowler, and learn about ration packs. Any questions? Good, go.
A lot different to my first year, I must say, but great fun. All the lads are sort of chipping in well and all buying into the same thing, which is great to see.
We all pushed ourselves really hard. Our team did really, really well in the 3 exercises. But we've got some cool, calm heads on our team. Stu, the analyst, has been outstanding for us so far. And all the guys have just really mucked in together. So thoroughly enjoying it so far. But there's 22 hours left, and I probably will get broken in those 22 hours.
All we do is boil up the water, which we'll come into in a bit. Put the water in there, and you've got your muesli. If not, you can have it nice and cold. What you're going to do, you're going to sort of shake it down. You're going to push it down, fold it over, and place it into the mess tin. And you'll probably get 2 at a push, 3 meals in there. We're never sat there doing nothing. We're always doing something, and if we're not, have a guess what we're doing. Okay, we call it our green time machine. You guys call it a sleeping bag. What we do is we climb into that time machine and close our eyes, and we lose about 2 hours. What we generally do as soldiers, okay, before we go out on deployment, you'll be issued your rations. What we'll do is we'll break them down, okay? Because you can imagine in our big Bergens and our big rucksacks we can't afford to take 3 of those boxes, 3 days worth of rations. So what we'll try and do is we'll break 1 ration pack into our belt kit.
Good news, lads. We're in the bush. Lads have been working hard. It's been top for our ration packs.
Lads, we're going to get nailed for not running here.
Should be interesting, yeah.
I think you got to run, mate.
Oh, we're going. We're off. Cheers.
What number are you? Number 6, you are not allowed to touch that tyre again. Okay, what I've seen is people not working as a team. You are only as fast as your slowest man. Hurry up! They're playing to be a winner!
Cheers off.
Always lead by example, okay? If you've been selected, remember you always lead by example. Just imagine, if you're lazy, if you can't be asked, especially you're all sportsmen, I'm a sportsman as well, I love rugby. But if you're a sportsman, you have to lead by example in there. As I can say in the field. If you lead by example, the guys will follow you. If you don't, then what's going to happen? Fall apart, okay? Especially in the sports field as well. Being inquisitive and skeptical. If anything doesn't look right, it's not right, okay? If anything doesn't look right, it's not right.
What's the difference between face paint and sun cream?
Yeah, it's alright. Just had a lesson in the old face paints.
22.
Section commander.
Yes, Dad.
Where should you be stood? You're in the wrong position. Okay, everyone lie down on your backs. Feet 6 inches off the floor. Point your toes. Okay, why are we doing this? What did we get wrong? Section commander?
I wasn't on the end staff.
You weren't on the end staff. Okay, what I want you all to do now, with your feet right, I wasn't on the end staff. Okay, welcome to the next stand. What you got in front of you here is a mock gun run. Okay, it's something we practice in the artillery to mimic pushing our guns into battle. Okay, what you're going to do on the word of command go, you're going to dress off on the gun there, dismantle it, run all the kit up to bomb frake at that end, reassemble the gun. Once you've reassembled it, take a knee behind the gun. Section commander, raise your hand to say that you're complete. Bomb frake will then inspect the gun, make sure it's put together correctly, and you'll do the same coming back this direction, reconfigure the gun at this end, take a knee behind the gun. Section commander, hand up when you're ready. Any questions? Go!
Everyone take whatever.
Go on, Bobby!
You had a stinker, mate, that wasn't that.
You want to do this, wouldn't you? Back up to the harbour area, see Sergeant Fowler, and he'll take you through cooking again. You can start getting your dinner down you.
It's very competitive. Like, you know, we all want to win, and we know if we come in last, there's going to be some sort of burden. But you know, it's just all about carrying the last person. You know, we've got a couple of coaching staff, members of the coaching staff in our team, and you know, making sure they're just not coming, you know, on their own, and we're just taking them along with us. If you know, we're only as good as our last man.
You always have to come together, and at certain times, I think each individual has to be a leader. So whether it's the first challenge, the last challenge. I mean, Bart's got me through first challenge, and I'm trying my best to bring other people through in other challenges. So,
as you can see over my shoulder now, we're having a bit of scran, as they call it. I found my most trusty weapon, which is the spork. But other than that, you know, I've been very impressed with these guys. Are a different class. As tough as this is, they're having a good time, and they're talking, and we're together. You know, not going away on pre-season stops that from happening a little bit. You know, you come in, you do your job, and then you go back home. We're going to be all together mucking in for the next 2.5 days, and I think it'll be that shared camaraderie you get, the stories that you get, the good and the bad times. But I think at the moment, you know, it's not pitch black yet, and we're not having to be doing stuff through the night, but let's see how everyone reacts to that.